Good morning, Windsor High.
Today is May 24th, 2021.
I'm Landon Reese,
I'm Kyle Stewart.
and this is your Windsor High School Video Bulletin.
Students, please check for an email from the Destiny Library Manager. In it, it will include a list of your library textbooks or other books that you have checked out. The librarians ask that you start returning these books you are not using as soon as possible. The library is open for in-person returns starting from 7:45 to 2:45. The librarians prefer that you return the books in person. If you are unable to return to campus during these hours, you are welcome to use the library drop box. You will find it in the north wall of the library building facing the main parking lot. Please note, you will only be held accountable for damage done to the textbooks. The library is waiving off all late fees of library books and textbooks. If you have any more questions, email at the library at whs-library@wsd.org.
Jaguar sports have been busy making up for lost time. Here's some highlights from the boys varsity team's most recent game. Presented by the Windsor High School Project Grad. It's an after-school bash for the senior grads. Spend time with your friends on the last day of a long, crazy senior year. Friday, June 4th at the JV field. Choose a time and sign up with your friends. Time option number 1 is 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Time option 2 is 4:45 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. There is no cost to attend. The seniors must register and sign the contract in advance. Food includes Chick-fil-A, smoothies, candy, and cookies. There will be prizes. There will be at least one prize for each attendee and several grand prizes at the end. There will be carnival games and times to hang out with your friends. Masks and social distances are required. County health guidelines will be enforced. You'll find the sign-up link by visiting Windsor High School news page, the Windsor High Project Grad website, or clicking the email you received on May 18th, or the link in the description below.
There's a concert this week on Tuesday, May 25th at 6:30 p.m. It will be featuring the WHS Band, Orchestra, Jazz Band, and Drumline. It will be taking place on the senior steps. You need to bring your own chairs and blankets. You are not allowed to bring food, but you are allowed to bring drinks, but no alcohol. Please make sure you wear your masks and complete the COVID check-in before entering campus. Please, no more than 4 people per group.
Students, counselors mailed notices home to all students regarding their completion towards graduation credits. Students that need to make up credits for graduation are advised in those letters of what class is needed to be signed up for. Sign up for summer classes right now to get back on track for graduation. Afternoon, citizens! Oh! Sanitize! Afternoon, citizens! I have to ask you to please mask up in a public place. Wonderful! Now may I offer you some sanitation this fine afternoon? Of course, have a wonderful afternoon! You've been sanitized! Sanitized. Afternoon, citizen! Do you require sanitation?
A lot of that stuff is going. Oh yeah.
Looks great! You've been sanitized by Sanitation Man! Woohoo! Stop. You can stop. You have been sanitized! No, it couldn't be. My worst nightmare. Unsanitation. The WHS 2021 yearbook will be distributed during the first week of August. This summer release will allow our staff to capture all 33 teams that are a part of our sports program, as well as a first ever graduation page, documenting all 3 graduation ceremonies on June 5th. Books are available to be purchased online at yearbooksforever.com. You may also have your student drop a check or cash in the yearbook box in the front office. Please use the door near the attendance office. Please include the student name and grade and make the checks payable to WHS. Contact advisor Dave Beal with any questions at dbeal@wsd.org.
The Santa Rosa Junior College is having their Native American Summer Bridge program online this summer. If you are a Native American junior, senior, or graduating senior this year, you can receive college credit, counseling, career exploration, and cultural enrichment. All snacks and school supplies are provided. Summer Bridge will run Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon from June 4th to July 2nd. Registration is now open at santarosa.edu/NASB.
Philip Kwame and myself, with the help of Antonio Santini and Spencer Garcia, filed this report for PBS's Student Reporting Labs about the challenges of teaching shop during a pandemic.
It's completely different. There's no comparing it. I think the analogy I used today is it's like I'm trying to describe how ice cream tastes to someone who's only ever eaten pork chops.
Lots of students in the shop classes have been dropping just purely because it's not really a shop class anymore. It's mostly bookwork, so we have a textbook, believe it or not, that includes things like safety procedures. There's weld symbols, so in the industry you are given a blueprint for a part and there's different symbols to tell you how to weld something basically.
So how have I tried to accommodate? Well, it's impossible to accommodate. There's students that have shops nicer than this one at their house. And there are students that, don't have access to any of the equipment, period. And I mean, we shouldn't assume that they have any access to any of this equipment. There's millions of dollars of equipment in this shop.
Both past and present shop students have used their experience and skills learned in the class to secure well-paying jobs in various industries. However, many of these opportunities have been crushed during the pandemic, as students haven't had the chance to learn the skills they need to work.
I work on old cars, restore old cars, customize them. I work at a hot rod shop in Santa Rosa, and I've been doing this even since a little bit before shop class for probably 7 or 8 years. So the skills I learned in shop class have really helped me out in my career every day. I didn't really know how to do sheet metal welding before that and cutting patch panels and things like that, and that's something I do a lot at work and something I really picked up from shop class.
Brito was actually the one who was contacted by my boss David, and he was asking for a couple shop students that knew their way around a shop, all the safety procedures and things like that. We all got to work internships there, and now I'm a full-time employee.
I have students that are 21 years old that own their own house in Sonoma County. They've been relatively successful in an area that it's really hard to be successful in monetarily. And, I can trace that back, very self-centered and self-serving of me, but I can trace that back to usually a moment we had. This one kid I'm thinking of right now that owns his own house. He's like, what am I going to do with my life? And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? And we had this whole conversation, and I got him an apprenticeship, and now the dude's like a full-on electrician. Like, he's going to own his own business. Like, there's no joke. Like, that conversation defined a point in his life. I have a bunch of examples like that, and that's what I got none of that this year, man.
If I would have lost that year, like the students have, I feel like I would not have been as far as I am now in the industry. Book work can only get you so far. Being out in the real world is a totally different thing. I, took shop class, and the rest of it, I was out in the real world and at a job and learning it along the way. I definitely don't think I would be as far as I am today.
Definitely has stunted my progress, because at the very end of last year, I was just getting into a new process of welding. I was really excited to learn, and I was supposed to do it all this year and get some really good practice, hopefully get good at it, but I can't really do that now.
I like to solve problems, and I like to solve mechanical problems, and it's what occupies my mind most of the time. And during COVID, it's just kind of, this to me is a problem that it just can't be fixed, until it goes away. There's no Band-Aid, it just has to go away.
That's it for this week.
Make this last week of classes your most productive.
And look for us this Friday with our very last video bulletin of 2021.
Of the library, north. That was so close.